TalkTV's Kevin O'Sullivan has launched an explosive on-air attack on Prime Minister Keir Starmer, branding him a clown, a sick joke, and a national embarrassment following what he described as a humiliating trip to Sharm El Sheikh. The outspoken host said it was humiliating to be British after Starmer was laughed at all over the world for a string of awkward encounters during the visit. People were laughing at him all over the world, O'Sullivan fumed. And it was very funny, but it was kind of humiliating to be British yesterday to see the way he embarrassed himself, got embarrassed by the president, couldn't handle it. O'Sullivan, who didn't hold back in his assessment, said the Prime Minister had become a joke on the international stage. Is he up to this job? Is he really up to this job? He asked. He cannot perform in public. It's a joke, a sick joke. Yesterday we reached peak embarrassment with this guy. He listed a number of moments that he said proved Starmer was completely out of his depth, including the moment he accidentally shook hands with the South Korean president's translator instead of the president himself. You know, that awful moment where he looked like a servant, picking up the documents outside the White House, O'Sullivan said. It's pathetic. The TalkTV presenter went on to compare Starmer to the fictional comedy character Alan Partridge, after barrister Stephen Barrett, who joined O'Sullivan on the show, remarked, Keir Starmer is Alan Partridge without the natural charm or charisma of the character. Barrett added, we are just doomed by this oddly weak and strange little man, who might have all sorts of secrets people gossip about, but honestly, the product we see is bad enough. There doesn't need to be anything hidden beneath the surface. What we've got is already terrible. Turning his fire on Starmer's history, Barrett said the Labour leader was a creation of the Blairite state. They took him as a young man, made him a KC, made him a barrister, showered him with gifts and praise his entire life, he said. And this is the result: a leader who folds the moment he's put under pressure. O'Sullivan also blasted Starmer's response to US Senator J.D. Vance, who criticized Britain's record on free speech. J.D. Vance was absolutely right to say he's worried about freedom of expression in Britain, O'Sullivan said. But then Starmer stands there and says, we are very proud of freedom of speech, we've had it for a long time, while people are being sent to jail for tweets. How dare he say that? He concluded by calling Starmer a disaster of a prime minister, adding, Keir Starmer is a clown, a puppet of a broken political system, and the whole world can see it.